Good afternoon. A lot has been taking shape across all the 47 counties and even beyond. But you know what? You've made the correct choice. TV47 is the right place to keep you up to date with what has been taking shape across the country. But first, the highlights. Tens of youth from Homa Bay County have defended the move by the Azimio leader to accept reconciliation talks.
We are very much in support of him, and we will always support him because we know what he stands for and what we stand for.
Gen Z in Vihiga County have issued a stern warning to the county leadership, citing deep-rooted corruption within the administration.
Wakati tunakuwa na ile public participation, kuna watu specially ambao wanaitwa waweze kuattend, jambo ambalo linafanya maoni ya wananchi ambao ni muhimu sana huwa haiangaziwi.
And hundreds of victims of controversial preacher Paul Mackenzie could be buried within the Shakahola forest following failure to positively identify their bodies.
Get about 24 bodies, which we have here at the mortuary. Today we did a total of 6. The rest will continue on this week until we finish.
Good afternoon. Welcome on board. This is TV47 News Now. My name is Moige William. It is exactly 4 p.m. East African time on this day, the 10th day of July, the year being 2024. Shall we keep you up to date with the latest? Starting off, 2 people have tragically lost their lives following a collapse of a 750-meter wall at the Chopper Gold Mine in Kanga Village, Rongo sub-county. The incident occurred while 18 miners were working inside the mine. Rescue operations commenced immediately, resulting in the successful extraction of 6 miners from the rubble. Regrettably, 2 individuals succumbed to injuries caused by the collapse. Currently, more than 10 miners remain trapped underground, with ongoing efforts to rescue them. 4 injured individuals are receiving treatment at the Rongo sub-county hospital.
Mining site being manned by a local artisan. This mining site is called Chopper Mining Bit, and that the entrance had collapsed, and about 18 people had been trapped inside. So far, we have managed to rescue 6, and efforts are ongoing to rescue the remaining. We have also mobilized ambulances and nurses within the sub-county and the county at large to assist. What we are appealing is that whoever has an expert assistance who can assist us, he can come and assist us. But already we have mobilized from the county level. We want to see how much we can go with the assistance.
More than 100 youths from Homa Bay County have defended the Azimio la Umoja leader, that is Raila Odinga, for his decision to engage in reconciliation talks with President William Ruto. Speaking in Homa Bay town, the youth have emphasized that Odinga did not speak on behalf of Generation Z, but instead agreed with government on the NADCO report.
Our one and only Raila Odinga went for handshake. I want to explain this to the nation to get this. We have to understand the term NADCO. We have to understand the word NADCO, and we have to analyze everything. Raila went there at KICC to append his signatures due to life that we are undergoing as Gen Zs in Homa Bay, not even in Homa Bay alone, but at large in the country.
The move he made yesterday to bring dialogue among the warring parties. We are very much in support of him, and we will always support him because we know what he stands for and what we stand for. We are in the same voice with him.
We as the Gens team, Kenya Nzima, we should embrace a dialogue between us and the government. For me, I think that is the only way that our grievances should be heard. Most of us, we've lost our life. Some of us are not here with us. Sindio? Yeah. They are in hospital. Sindio? Others also passed away. Sindio? And that is the only way the government can listen for us. Sindio? If not that, there is no other way. Ama ni aje wazito.
The voice of the Gen Z in Homa Bay County. But now let us go to the eastern region, whereby relatives of 3 individuals allegedly abducted by masked individuals believed to be police officers in Isiolo County are now urging the government for immediate release or to explain on their whereabouts. Abdi Osman Guyo, speaking on behalf of the families, stated that his brother, that is Isa Osman Guyo, and 2 others were forcefully taken away early Saturday in Isiolo town. According to Abdi, masked assailants reportedly loaded them into vehicles heading towards Nairobi.
As a family, I'm reading this press statement on behalf of the abducted family members. Members of the press, this is an official press statement from the families whose members have been abducted by unknown masked gunmen in Isiolo County. Our family members have been abducted on Saturday, 6th July 2024 in Isiolo town and bundled into 2 black Prados and 1 white Subaru by heavily armed gunmen who are believed to be police officers. Upon their abduction, they were quickly transported towards Nairobi, as the last location of their phones is at Karatina.
Whichever arm of the police that took the boys, we demand that they immediately be taken to court.
Now, an update. Hundreds of victims of controversial preacher Paul Ndenge Mackenzie's alleged cultic teachings could be buried within the Shakahola forest following failure to positively identify their bodies through scientific means. Chief Government Pathologist Johansen Odor has hinted at the possibility of the unidentified bodies being buried within the forest in marked graves for easy identification in the event the DNA profiles of those bodies are generated.
We are here in Malindi County Hospital mortuary, and we've embarked on the 5th phase of a post-mortem process of the bodies that we exhumed the other time. As part of the whole process, which started last year, whereby we exhumed a number of bodies at the Shakahola area. In this 5th phase of exhumation and post-mortem, we were able to get about 24 bodies, which we have here at the mortuary. Today we did a total of 6. The rest will continue on this week until we finish. Among the bodies we did today, most of them had turned to skeletons. I think because of the duration of time which has taken from the time they were buried to the time we exhumed. So they were skeletonized. So when a body is skeletonized, it's very, very difficult to know the cause of death, because we don't see things you see is skeletons. So we didn't see any injuries in the bone, which can also help us. Is a reference sample. Reference sample is a sample which is obtained from the relatives, because not many relatives are willing to come and be part of the process. So they promise that they are still continuing with the process, and within time they'll be able to give us more results. I think our message is just be patient, because even the process of extraction of DNA is usually very, very complex. It's not like a test of malaria or typhoid, where you just go to the lab and get a result within a day. It's a very complex thing. And as I was talking to the analyst, because of the level of deterioration of the samples, decomposition, all that, they had to take to even run some samples several times to be able to come up with a profile. So.
And in other news, Gen Z youth in Vihiga County have sent out a stern warning to the county leadership over what they term as rooted corruption within the county administration, vowing to firmly oppose leaders who have been accused of embezzling public funds. Led by Clarence Ebosum, the youth drawn from across Vihiga have also vowed to critically analyze key bills being presented at the county assembly to ensure that personal interests do not supersede the mandate to serve the locals.
Vihiga County payroll is bloated with ghost workers and whatnot, but nothing is being done about it. Recently, the EACC arrested a few officials here at the county and arraigned them in court. Today, I can speak unequivocally that all those officials are back to work. now covering up the steps that or the indiscretions that they had done. They are in office and working in the same offices where they are alleged to have abused office through corruption.
Tumeanza sasa kuangalia bajeti ya Vihiga County, tumeanza pia kuangalia finance bill ya Vihiga County. Mara mingi zimekuwa zikifanyika kwa njia ambayo ni tatanishi, kwa sababu wakati tunakuwa na ile public participation, kuna watu specially ambao wao wanaitwa waweze kuattend, jambo ambalo linafanya maoni ya wananchi ambao ni muhimu sana huwa haiangaziwi. Kwa hivyo tunataka kuanza kuangalia moja kwa moja, na nataka kuambia County Government of Vihiga, County Assembly of Vihiga na taasisi zote ambazo zimeidhinishwa na serikali kufanya kazi hapa Vihiga, tunaenda kuoccupy space ya Vihiga kuanzia sasa, na hatutawachia watu nafasi waendelee kuharibu zile taasisi muhimu ambazo tumewekwa zisaidie wananchi wa Vihiga.
Elsewhere, the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers on Wednesday called upon the Teachers Service Commission and the Ministry of Education to immediately reinstate teachers' medical cover and the Kenya National Examinations Council's budget. Speaking at a press conference in Nairobi, the union deputy chair, Moses Dirima, lamented that the teachers are unable to access medical services after being turned down from private health facilities following unpaid dues. All right, and also elsewhere, they further called upon the Ministry of Education and Treasury to immediately reinstate the Kenya National Examination Council budget for teachers who are administering and marking the examinations with only 3 months left to the exams.
We have an issue with teachers' medical cover, which is on the verge of collapse. For more than a month, the union has been receiving complaints from our members all over the country who faces difficulties accessing medical services. KUPPET members seeking medical services have been turned back from private hospitals and mission. The union is deeply concerned by the massive reduction of the budget for the Kenya National Examinations Council. The council's budget has been cut to zero. So 3 months to the examinations. The National Examinations Council has no budget.
And the Prime Cabinet Secretary and who is also in charge of foreign affairs, Musalia Mudavadi, has today appeared before the Senate committee to provide answers and outline government measures concerning various issues affecting Kenyans traveling to work in the Gulf states. Mudavadi mentioned specific plans that the government is implementing to improve the condition of all Kenyans in those countries, and the strategy is being put in place to combat illegal recruitment agencies for overseas placement in Kenya.
We have in total over 400,000 Kenyans in the Gulf states. Through this National Employment Agency, their regulations, and we are trying to weed out all the entities that do not fit the bill, that are not fit for purpose. So this is an ongoing process, and we are also ready to receive any further ideas on how we can tighten the noose around the bad elements from this house and other Kenyans. 19 MOUs are being negotiated as we speak. We are quite advanced with Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Saudi. We have a rescue center in Saudi Arabia. And the other one, Madam Speaker, is that we are looking for resources. And this is a conversation we have had with the budget committees of Parliament to be able to obtain resources so that we can put up more rescue centers. That is one of the biggest challenges that we face. But once we have sufficient resources, we shall roll out a few rescue centers. Also on the websites of the State Department for Diaspora, we are able to indicate the licensed recruitment agencies, because in the past we have had cases where the senator is right that unscrupulous people have taken advantage and landed our Kenyan people in very difficult situations.
All right, now let us shift gears and take a look at what is taking shape in the coast region, whereby 4 people have been injured in Changoto area, that is in Magarini sub-county, Kilifi County, after grazing dispute turned violent. Local leaders have sought to seek resolution as County Governor, that is Gideon Mungaro, urges cooperation in finding a lasting solution to the recurring tussle.
Kwamba zile pande zote mbili ambazo wanazozana wameishi siku zote kama ndugu. Tunataka kuuliza kwamba hiyo vita ambayo ilikuwa inaendelea ikome, na najua polisi walikuwa kule jana na DCC yako hapa, watasaidiana kuleta watu pamoja, wa viongozi wengine wa kisiasa, ili tuhakikishe watu wanaishi kwa amani.
Kutoka nyumbani kwangu ninafika Changoto madukani, nikapata hiyo umati unafurusha hao ng'ombe. Mimi nikao mmoja wao nyuma, nikaona mkubwa wangu ndio amekatwa rungu, na mimi moyo wangu haukuridhika, nikaingia ndani, ndio wakaanza kunipiga marungu na kunikata panga ya kichwa.
Kaenda kutogeukea wale vijana kwa sababu wamepata ile mafumo. Mimi sikuwa na vita, lakini kwa sababu wao walikuwa na vita, mimi nikatoroka na nimeshikilia tu upanga, lakini ule upanga baadaye kwamba askari wamefika wakanipokonya ule upanga. Ile gari liingia pale na hakuna mtu ambaye ametoka kwa gari mpaka kama dakika 2 ndio baadaye mlango ukafunguliwa, watu wakatoka. Sasa itakuwa tunatetea haki ama namna gani?
In other news, residents of Kisumu Ndogo village in Busia County can now breathe a sigh of relief after the Rural Electrification and Renewable Energy Corporation, or rather famously known as REREC, connected them to power supply. Speaking during the project launch in Kisumu Ndogo, REREC director, that is Milton Luchiri, said the 31 million shillings project has since benefited over 400 families. REREC says it will take up the entire electrification and supply process in the project. The happy residents now say they have been living in darkness for a long time, and they now seek to financially benefit from the electricity.
Mambo yanapanda bei, hali ya maisha ina improve, tunakuwa na mwangaza, na hivyo hata security inakuwa enhanced.
Huu mradi tumefanya kuchangia pamoja REREC na CDF, ile inaitwa matching. Tuliweka pesa shilingi kwa shilingi, ndio pasa tukaja tukaletewa hii transformer. Nitawaambia huu ni mwanzo, na tutaendelea kufanya na watu wa REREC kuhakikisha kwamba Matazu mzima inapata mwangaza.
Tumekuja leo kukamilisha hii project ili wananchi wapate stima. Ni mzuri kabisa, tumekuja time yenye mita zimeletwa na KPLC, na hii project vilianza ilikuwa kutoka kwa ofisi ya MP na REREC,
ambapo tupo sasa tumeconnect 425 houses. In Matayos constituency, where we are, 12 projects have been earmarked for implementation during the 2022-2023 and 2023-2024 fiscal years at an estimated cost of 31 million.
Jomo Kenyatta University and the government of Japan have partnered in a project of laying 20 kilometers fiber optic cables to ensure easy access of internet for residents in Likuyani constituency, that is in Kakamega County. According to Joseph Wafula, one of the professors from the Jomo Kenyatta University, the cables are easy to connect and convey internet. The beneficiaries of the project include students from Kongoni Technical College, hospitals, digital hubs, among others.
Highly strongly, recommend it to Kenya, the project over here. Last 1 mile, 20 kilometer project, DIY, we say DIY project.
Government of Japan with its partners will be able to lay between 15 to 20 kilometers of fiber cables. Going to open up Likuyani basically to join the global village through this internet connection. Toll hub, we have our technical college, we have hospitals, we have schools, primary and secondary schools, we have churches, we have community libraries, and all these will benefit from high-speed internet.
Our role as a university is to ensure that there will be knowledge transfer. You can connect it yourself, do it yourself. You know, it is that simple. Also to do the maintenance, because it doesn't break so quickly or get destroyed so quickly, then therefore it can survive any place that we would want it to get to.
Sisi kama wanafunzi katika hiki chuo cha Kongoni tumekuwa mara nyingi tunateseka kuburusu vitabu ama kuangalia mambo kwa mitandao ya kijamii. Na hii uchumi ambao tuko ndani kwa sasa, uchumi ni mbaya. Mzazi labda atakuwa amekutumia kile kidogo, unataka labda unatarajia ununue kitu kwa nyumba, the same time hicho kidogo unafaa ununue data ili uende kwa mtandao ufanye ile research, ile kazi ya ziada ambayo umepewa, labda uende ufanye kisha kesho uwasilishe kwa mwalimu.
Indeed, the world has turned to be a village, global village courtesy of the internet. Now, Maendeleo ya Wanawake organization has introduced a new 6-member council dubbed the WISE, tasked with resolving internal disputes among its members. The council, mandated to serve for 3 years, was incorporated into the MYWO constitution following approval by the executive committee. The Maendeleo ya Wanawake organization has also urged all prospective candidates for various positions in the upcoming national elections to participate in the ongoing registration exercise.
The Council of the Wise, she will be chairing on behalf of Mama Phoebe Asio, because she's also a member of the Council.
Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom.
This constitution. Hii mulitengeneza, we reviewed.
Sana muhimu sana, na tumekuja hapa sisi kuomba Mungu. Wajua kitu yote.
So as we wait.
And Tatu City, one of the largest foreign direct investors in Kenya, is facing significant delays in the approval of its land master plan by the county government of Kiambu. This delay jeopardizes potential investments totaling to 16 billion shillings and the creation of 4,500 jobs in Kenya. Preston Mendahol, the chief operating officer and Kenya country head at Rendezvous, expressed concerns over the situation. He decried that despite the requirement for Tatu City to update its land use master plan every 3 years, a submission made 1.5 years ago remains unapproved. The special economic zone, responsible for over 20,000 jobs since the year 2021, fears these delays may deter international investors.
The public purpose land is for that, public purpose. Tatu City adheres to Kenyan and international best practices in urban planning. The Tatu City Master Plan has 103 acres of land set aside for public purpose use. The land is available for public amenities such as hospitals, schools, and police and fire stations. The Land Act of Kenya provides that if the government requires land for public purpose, then a compulsory acquisition process must follow, meaning that the land must first